Right, I'm going to go and have a shave in a minute, but I'm just opening this box because Toffee is driving us all nuts. So, want to open the rest of it, Nads? Nads is in mid-makeup and I'm pre-shave. And I've got a feeling there's dog food in here.
Why have you got a feeling there's dog food in
I
here?
don't know. Because let's have a look. It's exciting.
Oh no, it's not dog food. Oh God, careful, darling. Literally nearly.
What is it?
Oh, this is lovely. This is from Meridian.
What's that?
We're so thrilled you love our peanut butter.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look.
Does that
loads
mean-
of peanut butter?
Does that mean every time you use peanut butter you have to say gifted?
Oh my God. Probably.
Does it mean that?
Cocoa hazelnut butter.
Ooh.
Crunchy peanut butter.
Ooh.
What else? It's a lucky dip.
Ooh.
Rich roast peanut butter.
I hate peanut butter.
Oh my God.
What's that? Don't let Kiki see them. Yeah. Hang on, I want to go in that box. That box looks so much fun.
Look.
Ooh. Oh. You're posing for a photo there. I'm going in here. I love going in here. Remember putting your hand in there. I used to love Lucky Dips. Lucky Dips were the idea of just such excitement. Do you remember Lucky Dips?
Lucky Dip.
They'd always
get something shit out of it.
Oh no, it was never excitement. But it was usually sawdust. It was usually sawdust, wasn't it? You put your hand in.
Lucky Dip at school, Nadia, when you were junior.
Now you never got anything good, but I remember it just
Really enjoyable.
Right, we have been sent something in the post. Must be delivered today. No idea what it is. It's
delivered
cold.
weeks ago.
It's got to be food. That wasn't weeks ago. Today. Yesterday. What is it? Oh! Hang on. Let's go the other way down. I think it might be... Oh, hang on. Four kilos of adult. 4 kilos of adult. What? 4 kilos of adults. What is it? Oh!
Oh! Toffee!
Oh!
What is it? Show us.
Bella and Duke. Dog food. Raw dog food.
Dogs! Toffee! Toffee! Chi-Chi! Toffee! What is it?
What have we got? And it's duck. Quack, quack.
Let's see what it looks
Do you want to eat a quack, quack?
Raw food. Chi-Chi's eaten.
Oh, God, she's not going to be happy then.
Was she eating?
Yeah, I gave her a block of food. Hey?
Ooh. Oh, it's frozen, so we've got to defrost it.
Ooh.
It looks nice, though, doesn't it?
It's like mince.
Look.
Toffs, that's for
Got
you.
vegetable, bone-in, pure carrot, and duck.
Oh.
She's looking
Maybe we
at
could give
it.
Chi-Chi a little bit.
We've got to defrost it, though. Okay, give us time and we'll defrost it and you can both have some. God, it looks really nice.
I might have some.
Looks like I could eat it. Right, here we go. Chi-Chi's already had her breakfast.
Double brekkie.
It was too mean. She was licking it. Chi-Chi?
Toffee never eats in public.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh,
No.
God.
Toffee.
never usually eats
Oh,
those.
my God.
Oh, what's it like, dogs?
God, Chi-Chi.
Oh, look, Toffee never eats like that.
No, seriously, that is, I think we need to change over.
Toffee always leaves her breakfast till like
Oh my
11
God.
at night.
Oh my God, that's so weird.
That is, but it does
When-
look, look at it. It's just filled with vegetables and bits of bone and
Toffee.
they've gone into a meditative
Look, this is
state.
I've never seen the dogs eat in the same place like that before. It's like conventional dogginess.
Oh, that's so nice. She's just sick of the other stuff.
Yeah, they've had enough of it. Look,
That's
Mum,
really
when does Toffee
Look,
ever eat in
Toffee's
public?
just eating it.
She loves it.
Oh no!
What was it? What's in it?
Duck and veg.
Duck, veg, bone.
You'd like it, Mum.
She's a duck person. That's
Are
why she
you?
jumps into lakes.
That's why she jumps into lakes, Nan just said. It's true.
That's true. Oh, there's lamb, there's beef, there's
Oh.
chicken. Got all sorts.
Are there any
there.
chips in there?
Fish. White fish. Lamb, chicken, beef, white fish.
Feel like you're coming off the Apollo
They
landing.
must have been really bored of them. Thank God, because that's what's
Thank you very much.
Who is
Bella
it?
and Duke.
Bella and Duke. Cool.
What a nice surprise. Thank you.
So, Mum, tell the subs how you're feeling about coronavirus and the
No,
potential
I'm not going to
impact.
talk about coronavirus.
Come on, you've got your coronavirus gloves on.
No, I'm not talking
Fight
about it.
I want you to enact the process of fighting the coronavirus and action. That's suckuming to it. That's not fighting
Simon
it.
Cowell way of approaching it.
Oh right, yeah. But
Fighting it. Oh, okay.
What's that noise? Did you know?
Why are you punching yourself?
Oh my God, Toffee's just come and got me and brought me back to the bowl because she's asking me for more.
No.
It's Oliver
Oh
Twist.
my
Give me
God.
more.
She's been
She
eating
just
the wrong
came and she
food
went to
for
me.
years.
And then I followed her. She came back to it.
Nadia, how did she go? How
Look,
did she
she's
go,
cleaning
Nadia?
out a bowl. Huh? Look, she's clearing
More
out.
Bella and Duke.
Look, she
More
says,
Bella and Duke.
look, it's fantastic. She adores
Toffs,
it.
is that nice? Yeah.
Is that
Is that nice?
She loves it. She doesn't know.
Maybe half her problems have been dietary.
Oh my
You
God.
can say that about every.
Toffs? Is that nice? She just belched at me then.
What the hell are they laughing at?
You went out last yesterday.
It's the most complicated
She had
relationship.
another laughing fit about absolutely nothing. So funny.
Don't you think theirs is the most complicated relationship you've ever seen?
Yeah.
Why do you think it is?
Because they'll be arguing about Picasso and then the next second they'll be
Laughing their heads off. God. Not another one. Let's go and buy some, babe. Well, the shopping's not coming till Monday.
The smell of coffee in the morning.
So, day 2 of self-isolation. And it's already really annoying because I was supposed to be seeing my friend Miranda tomorrow and I've realised that I'm not going to. There's so much conflicting advice going on. I understand what they are saying, which is that nearly everybody's going to get it, and by trying to fight getting it, you're going to make yourself more stressed. And just accept that you're going to get it because majority of people, it's not going to be too difficult and da-da-da. But then on the same breath, they also say, I was listening to a very, very clever man, scientist today, and he was saying, you know, the thing is, accept that you're going to get it, and behave like you've already got it, so that you're keeping your distance, you're washing your hands, all of that, you're not seeing the elderly. Well, hang on a second. Rewind. I'm the only person my parents can see at the moment because everybody else, we've stopped them coming to the house because they're going on tubes and buses and working. So I've got to stop seeing my parents, which then took me back to, because I was starting to think, oh, maybe I should go out and about. I've got to just get it. And then I thought, well, no, I am going to try my bloody hardest not to get this bloody thing. If it wasn't for my parents, I would get it. I would. You know, it's going to be hell, it's not going to be pleasant. For some people, there's hardly any symptoms, but I can't risk that because I don't want to not see my parents. I just feel like they're just not giving us enough information. We get different bits of information from everywhere. Why aren't we doing the same as Ireland? Why aren't we doing the same as these other countries? I get that they're saying that we have to have this herd immunity, which is more people get it and then we build up an immunity, but we haven't been told that categorically. Anyway. Just going to try and keep busy all day. I feel calmer than I did yesterday. I had a panic attack yesterday, but I feel calmer today. And I'm not going to listen to the news all day. That's what I'm not going to do. I'm going to have a nice conversation with Kay, who's a bit more sane than me. I'm going to have a nice chat with Lisa. I'm going to have a chat with Lee, because he always makes me laugh. And I'm just going to get on with my day in my house. How lovely is that? Spark of joy, spark of joy. This is my thing. If you got our live yesterday, we did a lot of talking about coronavirus and then we all got a bit sad. So we said, okay, let's try and cheer ourselves up. We cheered ourselves up with, let's think of a spark of joy. Please leave your comments below of a spark of joy. Now, this can be the most simple thing. Like, I got a spark of joy earlier. Let me just turn you around. With this, I had a gorgeous chicken last night. Everybody loved it, had a lovely meal. And now I've made a gorgeous bone broth, which is gonna make a lovely chicken noodle ramen for lunch. And then I get to sit with my kids and my husband and my mother-in-law. It's driving us all mad, not really, no, and have a nice lunch. So that's the spark of joy. Is it not? Oh God, don't say I haven't got any sodding noodles. No. Oh yes, I have. Favourite noodles. They are pricey, but I love them. I love them. Yeah, so that's a spark of joy for me. I've had quite a few sparks of joy. I had a lovely cup of coffee in a lovely mug. It's just my way of just trying to, every time I get overwhelmed with anxiety, I get a spark, I find a spark of joy, and it literally zaps the anxiety. So, yeah, cooking time. Another one. Oh, how many have you had today? What's the alkaline in your body? No, it doesn't acid. But then you don't care!
Stop pushing it, wasn't watching me.
What? What? Oh, thanks. I love it.
It's funny, isn't it?
We've got to put that along the top of our YouTube strap. Girls, come and have a look. See what Daddy's got.
Just remember.
The 5th of November. Remember, as far as anyone knows, we are a nice... Well, that's the biggest joke I ever heard.
Oh, look, different shaped plates. Bit high. No, perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
They're usually really high.
No, they are. It's just that I worry about the magnetism. But yeah, no, that's perfect. Perfect. And you can sit here and do...
Yeah, exactly. You can see them.
Oh, come here. You've got something crawling on you.
Ah!
Also, you know what you could do? You could almost do like a Chris Patton sort of...
Spring watch.
Spring watch with your birds. You could go around and look at how all the families are going.
Yeah.
Are you filming this?
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Turn around.
I think, guys.
Reindeer, those.
Oh, look. Oh, Richard. Mum, it looks like you.
I know.
So, Mum, come over here.
I was part of his inception. What are you talking about?
Oh, so you're more his mum than mine. You want a photograph?
No. I look alright. Yeah, it's cute.
Oh, Mum, what's it like being a YouTube sensation? You're in demand. No,
I can't call it rude.
Wait, I'm going to do that one.
God.
Wait, hang on.
God, what's happening? Diane, look over here, look over here.
Come here. Going to die.
Come here.
You're being mean with your wide angle.
Look up. Look up. Look at me, Nan. Over here. Over here. At my camera. At my camera. At my camera. At my camera.
Have you done it? It's suddenly gone cold. What's funny about that?
Look how small you look.
What is funny about that? Why are you all killing yourselves? I'd have to do sad face for the rain. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. No, that's funny.
And this one.
Oh, Mum, you're looking forward to getting back to Forky.
And that one. She's got no eyebrows.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I've never got any eyebrows. Oh, that's my mother. Isn't that my mother? No, it is though, isn't
My
it?
mother.
It's very Thelma.
Mum, you're looking forward to getting back to Forky.
Look up. Look up. Look up.
Will you stop, you guys? God, I feel like I'm being...
Look at her forehead. Look at your forehead.
Look, here you are, try this.
Mum. That's a really good look. Look.
Is it?
Oh, yeah,
How about this one? That's not as funny, could it? Let's have a look. Look insane.
You remember that Carry On Screaming, Mum?
No.
Show us that shot. She looks like, go to Carry On Screaming and look at the monsters in Carry On
shut
Screaming.
up.
She looks just like
It's gone
it.
cold out here. all
Yeah,
of
go
a
on,
sudden.
go in. You're now becoming a social media sensation, Mum. Sorry. Say bye-bye to the subs.
Bye, subs. Missing you already.
Loving your hair, Mum.
Oh, they've been so rude about
It's a bit Tintin-like, isn't
I
it?
know
No.
it's a bit short, but never mind. Or maybe actually it's my forehead they've been rude about. Rather than...
Careful.
Okay.
Take care.
Nanny dies off.
Nanny
Nanny
dies.
dies off to walk the dogs, only outing of the day.
Yeah.
Nan.
God, I
Love
feel
you,
like I've been.
Nan.
I love you too. It would be very good
What?
if I died now, wouldn't it?
Not really.
Well, it would be good
Now,
for
Mum,
Yeah.
wash your hands.
Oh, fuck
As
off.
soon as you get
I can't hear what
Oh.
you're having.
as soon as you get in,
As soon as you get in, Mum.
because you'll have travelled on the tube.
Alright. I've got my cloth. I've got my Dettol cloth.
Oh, Mum, have you got one Dettol
Reuse
cloth?
I've
a
got
Dettol
two.
cloth.
Mum, you're like a child with a comfort blanket.
She's a dental cloth.
She's got a Dettol cloth.
Can you just stay there and I'll come out and go like that and then you can go. Okay. I don't know what I'll do if it's not there. I'll go like that. I'll go like that and you can go.
We'll drive off.
I know. No, we're not keeping her around. Bye bye, love you, lovely.
Love you, Mum. You've done all the requisite things. You've done the garden.
My back is really aching.
Help us.
Where's she going?
Can't believe
Say
she
what?
worked in a hospital. I haven't seen her wash her hands once. She's going all the way through London with 2 used Dettol wipes.
She said she worked in a hospital. You know she's a pathological liar.
Oh, she did.
No, I'm joking. She did. I've got to wait for her to turn around and give us a thumbs up.
I didn't even do the drinks.
So, one and only time out today.
Look, I look like I've
Walk
been
for
blessed
the
by
dogs.
God. Look, my head.
Do
You can't
got
see part of my cranium.
Hello. Yeah, so just taking the dogs out. There they are. We were both just saying, weren't we? We're so knackered. The
I think it's
fatigue of
adrenaline.
worrying.
It is a
But what we're going to do is turn our phones off now, walk with the dogs and get sparks of joy from the dogs.
And if you go over to Greenfingered Hell, I found some joy in putting up bird boxes.
Oh, I know, that was so nice. It's been such a gorgeous day, hasn't it? That's a spark of joy, how beautiful the day is.
Beards. You're not supposed to have beards.
Very dangerous beards. I was just having a perfectly chilled time. Hadn't looked at my phone for ages. Picked up my phone and there was a news flash. You know, I wasn't looking for news and there it was, you know, giving us new figures of how many are dying in Italy. I just said to Mark, turn all these bloody alerts for me off on my phone. It does us no good whatsoever. Thank you, Zoe, who sent me that wonderful little card. I don't know what you describe it as, a card, yeah, with how to quell this anxiety about coronavirus. Number one, don't look at the news all day. Just don't do it. Choose a time in the day. I'm just vlogging. You all right? Yeah, before you wet your hair. So that's it. I've turned the all the news apps off. Ta-da, news apps. You know what I'm going to do now? Come up to my bedroom and I'm going to phone my friends. I'm going to phone Kay. I'm going to phone Lisa. I'm going to have a chat with Lee because he makes me laugh. Yeah, I'm going to phone 5 or 6 friends whilst I clear up my bedroom. It'll be a total tip again in 5 minutes, but...
Any ideas?
Morning, everyone. There's Mark. Day 3, self-isolation. And we've just had a very difficult conversation. There's been a lot of tears.
It's a bit. I've given my mum the choice to self-isolate in her room.
So Mum and Dad have still been coming around here, and so we've just made the really good decision we're going to have Skype with them later and say, Listen, guys, we think for the next few weeks until we see what's happening. It's better if we don't see you. But and I was a bit upset. So I spoke to my sister Dina, and she came up with a really good idea. She said, we can see them, but let's all meet out there in the garden. We're going to buy a heater. We'll sit outside with blankets, and we can talk. And we'll Skype every day. And so, like, I'm thinking, like, I'll cook dinner, put the Skype on so I can chat to my mum. My mum can have a glass of wine. We'll have a glass of wine, have a chat, cook them dinner, put it at the door, then and then maybe all eat together with Skype on so that they don't feel isolated. Don't forget Skype, guys. If you've got elderly people, do not forget Skype. If they've got a computer or if you've got an iPad, lots of families have loads of iPads. If you can share, give one of the kids' iPads to the grandparents and install Skype. It's such a great way to keep contact.
And also from a work perspective, I do think there's a bit of sort of self-enforced resistance to the idea that technology has so many solutions at the moment. Because on the last few productions that we did within the Doghouse Media, all of our crew worked remotely.
Yeah.
They all worked remotely, and we all work remotely now. I edit when I'm around. I can edit. I can email. I can research.
No,
I can
of
write.
course, for
anywhere.
people that have to go into work, the hugest sympathy, because I know there's so many people frightened about having to make that travel in, frightened about losing their jobs, and we were talking about this last night. We were absolutely broken-hearted talking about it, weren't we? We were going, can you even imagine? Because we are blessed. Well, I mean, I've still got to go into ITV where there's a lot of people, but we are blessed in that our parents live next door, and it feels like fucking hell. We are blessed that we can stay in, but it feels like fucking hell.
Well,
so our hearts go out to people that haven't got this degree of choice.
No. And I'm working with a mental health charity, performance charity at the moment, that we were going to do this 2-day shoot, and I'm about to, for insurance purposes, going to have to cancel the shoot because I can't put in place the requirements that the insurance policy requires to ensure that me, crew, and contributors are safe. And there are so many jobs and walks of life in which you can't do your work from home. I recognise that, but there are sacrifices that are being made, and everyone's making sacrifices. Now, the other part of all of this is, in that 60% herd immunity, there's a kind of vested interest in as many of us who are healthy getting it. But the thing that causes me concern for that is, it's not that I don't want to, of course I want to get it, but I really know how I suffer with my asthma and these coughs. So, you know what, I really could do without it.
I don't think there's been enough advice. Like, I know lots of you have asthma as well. Mark has asthma.
No.
What is the advice? Like, my sister was just saying to me, well, maybe Mark shouldn't, for the next 4 or 5 months, shouldn't hug the kids, kiss the kids, you know, be in very close contact. The two of us.
She's saying that?
I was like, what?
Well,
and she said, and constantly wipe down your surfaces and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm thinking...
They've got friends coming today as well, and it's hard. I mean, the only thing you can do at the doorway is say, wash your hands as you come in.
That's all we've got.
That's all we can do.
And that's all we can do, and we are going to have to... I mean, but I do think that we will all find our way. We are facing the greatest challenge of our lifetime, that's for sure. I mean, we are.
We really are.
We really are.
Really are.
All of us everyone, and many of us have, you know, many of you have been through very difficult things. Yeah. We've been through difficult things that you guys might not even know about. But this is the biggest challenge of our lifetime. I can't believe only
a couple of weeks ago I was saying that something 2 generations or 3 generations almost now haven't experienced is war. And thank God for that. You know, I mean, in the Western world, I'm talking very much in terms of Eurocentric here. But this is something that's not equivalent. Well, they're talking about the societal response to it has to be as robust.
Yeah, we have to pull together. We have to be we have to have the Blitz spirit. We have to show what the great British public can do. We have to think of others. We have to think of our elderly. Please, please do not leave a comment under here saying it's just the flu. We will delete all comments that say that immediately, because it is not just the flu.
Exactly.
And every time we're going to do a film, we're going to ask people to remember to wash their hands for 20 seconds. Please, all the time.
I keep thinking about how awful this would have been if Nanny Thelma was in her bungalow on her own down in Dorset. And
This
how,
is what I think about
I mean,
your mum and my mum and dad and everybody's elderly. People have got elderly in their care homes and they can't go in and see them. We are going to get on. We're going to film the stuff for the No Name Sunday show. We're going to keep on making content. We're going to try and just push on, because that's what we've all got to do, isn't it? Push on.
Yeah, it's a fine balance between talking about it and not getting hysterical. And yet at the same time, there are some circumstances, it's like, you know, when
we
you just
talked
have
a lot
to be
about whether we
there's
should
a
share
difference
this.
between hysteria and vigilance.
Yeah.
And I do think a lot of people are saying this to me, oh, don't be hysterical. Don't. It's like, hang on a minute, I'm not actually being hysterical. I'm trying to be vigilant.
Yeah. We have discussed whether we should just do just nice fun stuff, nothing else on here. But I think what we've decided is we want to strike a balance, because we can't just do that, because we share so much of our life. We can't just do jolly stuff. So we're going to incorporate it, but we're also going to bring fun and hopefully distraction from the stress of it.
I might do a silly dance later.
Yeah. Spock of Joy. What's your Spock of Joy today?
So
far, it's Mark coming down the stairs and us just really putting together and having a really important chat.
You said the spark of joy was seeing my ripped tummy.
Yeah, his tummy's looking great. He's lost lots of weight.
Yeah. You hear the baby birds? The baby birds are in their nest. That's them singing. Look, there's air purifier. What are you doing?
It's big birds and baby birds out there, isn't it? Aeroplane. I'm just making some biscuits because Mum and Dad are coming around. We've changed the way that we're seeing Mum and Dad now. So we're going to have the windows, the doors wide open, blankets, because we don't want them in confined air. I mean, who knows? That's what my sister Dina said we should do. I mean, if you think about it, it's true, isn't it? If you're out in the open, what is going on?
I feel like the army are coming.
Oh my God!
You know, NASA took a photograph over Italy, and the north of Italy has got the least pollution it's ever had over it in a space-taken photograph.
Do you ever think, Mark, is anything going through your mind where you're thinking, is part of this so that we've all got to learn this terrible lesson of everything that we've done?
Well, I don't know about that, because that suggests culpability, and I don't necessarily think the majority of people who are going to fall foul of this are culpable. What I think it does, the lesson it does send out is that we are overcrowded as a world and too interconnected.
Jesus Christ.
Doesn't mean one gets all bordered and nationalistic, but I just think there are too many people on too little space. That's what I think.
And the world, they have a way of just dealing with that, I suppose, the world.
I think the world has a total, not in a malicious way. I posted a daffodil the other day, and that daffodil is not thinking about coronavirus. And in many ways, the planet has a total disregard for these essentially man-made or man-encouraged issues. I'd say this is a man-encouraged, it's not man-made necessarily, but it's a consequence of mass socialization and overcrowding and the way we live and all that kind of malarkey. So, you know, there are rumour mills, there are rumours, the Chinese, is this conspiracy theories where they're suggesting that the virus was brought to them by American servicemen?
That's conspiracy theories within the Chinese.
The Chinese are suggesting,
Really?
some of the Chinese are suggesting that the American servicemen...
That's only some, not all the Chinese.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what they were asking Trump yesterday about?
In the press conference.
There was a press conference with Trump yesterday, and one of the journalists asked him,
what did he make of these conspiracy theories?
What did he say?
He gave it short shrift. He said, no, it's nonsense. We're aware of it, but it's nonsense. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the details of that is. But here's the other thing. I do think that this is metaphorically like the planet. You know when a dog gets a flea on its back and it shakes and the flea comes off?
Yeah.
This is the planet going, ugh, do you know what I mean? Oh. This is the planet just going like that. Because it's just had enough. But it might calm down again within minutes, and then it'll have another shrug in another few years. I mean, I think that's how I view all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Not to say I'm not worried. I'll tell you one thing coronavirus can't resolve, and that's the incredible speed at which my eyebrows grow.
I know. I was hoping it would slow them down.
I was hoping it would slow them down. And I don't think anything can. I think if they could take the DNA of the hair on my eyebrows, they could probably create a material stronger than that than spiders' webs. I think the army needs to be able to mass produce my hair. There is something going on out there because there's a helicopter.
There is
that means a
something
crime
there.
has happened
Oh,
locally.
Don't say there's a bloody...
Oh, and there's Betty and Teddy.
Betty and Teddy have joined us. We're keeping the doors open. We've got the fire on. But look at the dogs.
So cute.
The dogs never do this. Look at Toffs. Look at Toffington. Teddy's just come to film Teddy Talks.
Oh, yeah.
She'll be doing in a few
Why we
minutes.
came.
No, that's not why you came. Came to see us
And get your biscuits.
and get biscuits.
Get your money.
But this is very... Look, this is the way we're going to be seeing Betty and Teddy from now on. Doors open. With them, I'm going to buy some blankets. Outside here, I'm going to get one of those heaters. So we can put a heater out here and sit outside. Are they nice, Mum? Fork biscuits. Do you remember old-fashioned fork biscuits?
yeah.
So easy to make. So you think you've got a book that can cheer us up?
No. I like to always have like a non-fiction book that I'm reading alongside. If I'm reading a fiction, then I like to have something that I can read a chapter of every 2 weeks. And the book I've chosen this month is called
Show me it. There it is. Read it out.
The Precipice, Existential Risk and the Future of Humanity. Just as a cheer. But I think that's quite a positive.
And
That's a
so
spark of
this will be
spark
what
of
Mark
joy.
goes on. Where's the spark of
Look
joy
at that beautiful
in that
sunrise.
I would enjoy looking at the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you seriously going to read that?
Yeah, a powerfully argued book that alerts us to what is perhaps the most important, the end of things.
Mark!
Yeah. So anyway, that's my cheery read for bedtime.
I couldn't see this really brown.
See, it's sometime later. Chi-Chi has not left this spot. There's Toffs. Oh. Proper cosy and comfy.
Oh, it's the fire, yeah. Oh, she thinks it's a fire.
Yeah, she does. She's one of those dogs that would line from us.
So what a fire. What was that? Say that again.
Maddie WhatsApped me earlier today to say, Dad, this might be good for the vlog, but in Italy, Pornhub, which is one of the leading pornography search engines, has offered all its content for free. Because everyone's in.
I thought he was going to say it's collapsed.
No.
The website's
No, they just insist that you wash your hands afterwards.
Oh, Mark!
Oh, so that was really nice. So we've just had Betty and Teddy over for an hour or so, just sitting over there, look, in front of the open windows. Me and Nad's freezing our bollocks off. But Chi-Chi, Betty and Teddy sitting together like an image from the front cover of Country Life or Harper's Bazaar, something like that. They look like they've been on a shooting expedition, royalty. And so it was nice just to chew the cud with them. But obviously feeling like we have to keep a healthy distance from them just to ensure that they're absolutely safe. They get it, I think, your mum and dad, don't they? They get it. I think they're being sensible too.
Yeah. I tell you what though, since my dad's operation, I haven't hugged or kissed either of them since then.
Strange, you look completely different. Look at yourself in that. What's up to your face?
Well, why? What do you mean?
Look.
Oh my, don't, what?
No. Just look. Look. Side of your head.
Oh, stop it.
It's so easy to wind up. So anyway, so that was really nice. I do worry, if I'm really honest, I do worry about little Nanny Di running around central London, up and down escalators, like Paddington Bear.
The thing is, Mark,
She needs to get it. Maybe. She's 70.
decided. I mean, I think what we all have to be really mindful of with what's going on
Well,
is
that's also-
just telling older people what to do. Because
yeah.
I would hate that.
Well, I felt for your mum.
And we do fall into going, right, So I'm stopping myself all the time. It's up to them. And if your mum has decided that it's a far worse fate for her to stay in the whole time than possibly catch it, then we've just got to support her
No, absolutely.
in
It's
that.
like your mum said, I feel like I'm going senile. Everyone's...
Being treated.
being treated like I'm going senile because everyone's telling me what I need to do. So you do, it's a balance. It's a balance between care, concern and control. The 3 C's, care, concern and control. And we're negotiating that. Meanwhile, as you probably saw, I'm going to go and read The Precipice. I'm probably going to go and read it on a precipice. But anyway. Wow.
What you see behind that, oh my God, we've just been cooking for the Sunday show. Oh my God.
It's so good.
Is it good?
Prawn curry.
Is it nice?
Well, it reminds me of the food I ate when travelling around India. It's so fragrant.
I know.
Isn't it?
And that's just done with a paste.
And there's a sort of sweetness and a delicacy to the flavour. It's lovely.
But much more importantly, does anyone else do this, right? So I've put on an apron and I've managed to drop curry behind the apron and ruin my favourite top.
You do that all the time.
I'm so annoyed. And it's turmeric, the one thing you can't get out. Has anyone got any comments below where they can tell me how to get turmeric out of my favourite top?
Say that again.
This is...
Kate just sent you what?
They just sent me this, the Italian Air Force, look. Think of that. Poor Italians, poor souls. I mean, they really are just... God, it really does... It just... I can't help it, but it just does feel like we're at some sort of war, doesn't it? I mean, it feels like we're at war.
Hi guys. Beautiful sunset. So it's about 6:10. Heading down to the supermarket, and this is a weird one because we've done a lot of our shopping on Ocado. Do you remember I used to do all my Sainsbury trips? I used to love doing them with you. I know, I miss them. I might do them again. But I'm heading down there and I feel a little bit odd about that because I'm feeling and sensing that I'm going to see evidence on the shelves or not on the shelves, and evidence perhaps in people's shopping habits and behaviour of coronavirus and what's going on. So there's a fragility to everything I'm feeling at the moment. We were hoping to get out for a walk to show you the park, to get some sort of mindfulness, but that hasn't happened. But anyway, so I'm heading down there. I'm going to report back to you once I've been, and maybe take some photos if there's some deserted shelves. If I'm honest, I'm heading down there with a degree of trepidation and a heightened awareness of where my hands are going to be touching things like trolleys or baskets, or where you pay for your things on the the chip and pin, bags, all that kind of stuff that you're picking up. I mean, what's the deal with picking up and putting down things? Say you pick up a tin of, I don't know, a bag of pasta, and you go, oh no, I don't want linguine, I want figolini, or whatever it is, and you put it back. I mean, that must be happening all the time, mustn't it? Must be. Anyway, pasta section. Oh my god. This is like pesto, pasta and rice. Oh my god, baked beans. Oh my god. It's a little bit worrying. No paracetamol. And there's the toilet roll. Nothing. And then, really interestingly, where I would have been once upon a time was the beer aisle. If you can, I would. Hello. I'm filming.
Mark's filming.
Oh, what are you on?
I'm doing it
Oh.
live.
Oh my god. Sorry.
I'm just saying the shelves were
That was a very chilling experience.
making
It's just on the Instagram at the moment. That was the most bizarre experience where shelf after shelf after shelf after shelf was deserted. Now, that in itself doesn't say anything other than, or comment on anything other than the way in which people are panicking. But it's also a stark reminder that this is different to the flu. So for anyone out there saying it's the flu, I think it's a bit more than the flu. But it's fascinating to see how that quote by J.G. Ballard runs. It's all set dressing. That was quite strange. It was quite ghostly. It was quite eerie and disconcerting. That was, pop into Sainsbury's like that. The comfort zone of the supermarket was not to be had tonight.
Oh my God, how gorgeous is that cake? You can see there's one slice out of it that me and Mark shared. It's late at night and my mum and dad need cake. So what am I going to do? A cake Mission Impossible. Get it next door to them. How much shall I give them? This? This?
As much as you... Well, yeah,
Okay, I'll just give them that bit.
entirely sensible.
And then save that for the kids. You're not allowed any more. Watch him, subs. Watch him.